there is an enormous need throughout the world for the treatment of disabled children.
There's very few organizations that exist in the developing world that can give you the support to do pediatric orthopedics that Cure does.
It's an exciting blend of compassion, entrepreneurialism, and Christian practical care.
Probably the best job I'll ever have.
Jesus, do you hear it? The sound of crippled feet, the mocking of the wounded, the cries of the weak. Savior, do you see it? Stains upon the knees of broken, hidden children who need your deep relief. Upon this chest, upon this brow, with all I am, I'm crying out, I'm crying out. Can hope fill this hollow space? Can joy infuse this desperate face? Can love heal the hurt before my eyes? I'm crying out.
Imagine having the power to cure 125 million children. You don't have to imagine it. Through its unique mission of curing disabled children, building specialty surgical hospitals, and training national medical professionals, Cure has started to do just that.
Children with physical disabilities such as severe clubfoot, bow legs, rickets and other deformities aren't dying, but they are severely disabled, and so they're often low priority on a national healthcare agenda. And that's why I'm excited that Cure is making this particular group a priority.
The hospital that we have here is a place that is free of corruption. And the medical system here in this country has a lot of corruption in it, and the patients have fears of the doctors here and of the treatment that they're going to get.
Cure's hospital has been able to take care of these problems. Most importantly, giving services to children that come from families that are economically challenged.
We have had many testifying. I've never heard of a hospital like this where a person will spend time to talk to you, to come and pray with your child, and you share your social problems. He's there to come and pray with you and encourage you. This is a different hospital.
The main differences between the Cure hospitals and other mission hospitals is that the Cure hospitals specialize on the surgical treatment of children.
So what we have provided here is a place where people come with their babies, with their big heads, to the Big Head Hospital, and we treat them almost always within a couple days of their arrival. And we're operating on something between 300 and 400 new hydrocephalus cases a year right now.
There's a population in Malawi of 12 million people, the same as Greater London. Greater London has 500 orthopedic surgeons to serve that population of 12 million. Malawi has less than 5. Gives you some idea of the scale factor we're talking about. What is Cure here doing about all of that? Well, we're training orthopedic clinical officers. These are people who've had 3 years of clinical medicine training. We then give them an 18-month course to prepare them in basic orthopedics. Then they go out across the country, and 90% of all the orthopedic care in the country is delivered by these men and women who've been trained by Cure. And I think that's the most exciting thing that we're doing. We're training the medical professionals of the future for this country. And the exciting thing as well is they're all staying in the country.
The majority of our families are coming from rural areas, and in this culture, babies with problems are oftentimes interpreted as being cursed.
People think because this child is disabled, there's a curse somewhere, somehow within the family. And we've seen some cases when we counsel the patients and the guardians here, especially ladies telling you that the husband ran away from me because the husband thought he couldn't really give birth to a child, son or daughter who is disabled, thinking it's the fault of the lady.
Just the fact that we welcome them into the hospital, that the baby is cared for, that people are friendly, that there are lots of other babies and moms in the same predicament, which is an immediate support group on the ward. The fact that a doctor talks to them, those are all really amazing things.
I hadn't truly recognized how debilitating physical disability is in Malawi until I went to see how Fatsani lived in his village. Now I know people live basically in huts with mud walls, mud floors, no electricity, no water, but when you actually go with somebody through a day and you see what they face if they can't walk, and Fatsani had lost both his legs below the knee. To go to school, he could almost manage it, but very painful and a long way to go to school. So seeing the transformation we've made in his life by bringing him down, he had some problems with his stumps, so we cleaned up his stumps where there was some regrowth, and then we helped him get fitted with some really good quality prosthetic legs. And he's gone back, and not only is he a new person because he's got new legs, but he's a new person because of his renewed sense of self-esteem and better understanding of who he is and understanding that God loves him. And the difference in his life is fantastic. And watching him play football and stuff afterwards was just brilliant.
With all you are, I'm crying out, I'm crying out. Can I reflect your shining face? Can I reveal your scarred embrace? Can I be your hands, your feet, your heart? I'm crying out, I'm crying out. Can I be your comfort here?
Cure's work has a lasting and dramatic impact. Children can now walk, play, and live productive lives through the transforming power of physical and spiritual healing. So far, we've been able to touch the lives of 450,000 patients and perform 34,000 life-changing surgeries. Join us as we do the same for others who are still waiting for a cure.
Lives are changed at all levels. Staff, donors who get the chance to have their money transformed into healing hands that create children that can now walk who couldn't walk before. And blended in with that is a Christian gospel.
Cure International. Healing changes everything.